to our podcast. Today we'll be talking about sport in the Canary Islands, especially Tenerife. We'll discuss what is working well, what could be improved, and different groups who take part in sport, the barriers they face, and solutions to help more people participate.
Cheers, Emil. Yeah, I'm well and ready, so let's get started whenever you're ready.
Alright, what do you think is working well with sport in Tenerife?
Obviously, I think one of the main things here is the weather. The weather, it's like nice and warm all year round, really. Although this year has been a bit of cloud, let's be honest. But yeah, the weather is one of the main important things. You get loads of teams over here, professional teams. You get that come to facilities like T3 and they come and train, even in like winter. Because if you compare it to Iceland, in winter it's freezing, so they come over here because they want to train in nice warm weather and be able to train. Obviously, you can play sports outside here all year round, so you have the option of doing it inside or outside. And then obviously sports like football, and you've got cycling up in the mountains. That's something you can't do anywhere else really. Going up to through Taylor with your bike, maybe also surfing in the sea, swimming. It's nice, really nice water. So yeah, they're very popular sports that are done all year round. And then you also got things like tourism. Tourism helps. Obviously 20 years ago you would get people coming here on holidays. If it was like Benidorm or Mallorca, they'd come over here just to drink beer. But I think over the time people have learned that, the tourists have learned that obviously Tenerife is more than just partying. You've got loads of really nice mountains, you can cycle up, you can do loads of extra activities outside of in the outside weather. So yeah.
Do you think sport is organised well?
Yeah, I think you could say that. So obviously you've got schools and sports clubs that give young kids, young people chances to play sport and to be involved. But obviously some areas have better facilities than other, where I think it should be the same all around. If you're paying the same amount of money, obviously in some you're going to pay more, so they're going to be better facilities. But if you're paying the same money, I think it should be, all facilities should be the same, not one better than another. And so yes, everyone can get involved. Obviously, other small sport clubs and like teams need more funding. So that's obviously important. They need more support, really.
What different groups of people take part in sport and active leisure?
So you obviously have many groups. You have like women, you have older adults, you have young people, you have the LGBTQ. You have people with seen and unseen disability. You've got the ethnic minority groups. So you have all like different people participating from different rounds of like parts of the world, and obviously they're doing sport for different reasons. Like people are trying to stay healthy, others are having fun, others are doing it for mental health issues. People want to meet friends, socialise, improve their fitness, and reduce like stress, really.
What barriers do you think women can face?
So barriers, I think women probably face sexism more than others. They get they have low confidence and they think they have few opportunities in certain sports, which, don't get me wrong, it's quite true, they do have fewer opportunities. But yeah, like, there's things that could improve this.
What do you think would improve this?
I think more female coaches would improve it, like women only sessions, equal funding to like encourage more women to have better facilities to actually train more and enjoy it more.
What barriers do you think would affect the older adults?
So I think older adults would affect them more in the way as they want to be healthier and they don't have health problems. Like obviously having a health problem is a barrier, or the fear of getting injured, really.
What could be solutions to that?
Gentle exercise class, like walking groups together, like cheaper activities, could help older adults that don't have enough money. All these could help them stay active. So I think just like little groups and yeah.
What barriers would affect the younger people?
Well, some young people can't really affect sports clubs or like transport, so they can't get to many places, they can't do many things. And then another important thing is all the kids that spend the time on their phones or gaming. They're just wasting time. Whereas if they actually learnt about sport, they would get so much into sport. Like sport can give you so many things. It can teach you loads of things like teamwork, confidence, discipline, staying healthy, being fit, loads of things. So I think that's one of the barriers really.
How do you think that you could improve participation?
I think schools could improve more like after school sessions, and then also like free community sport programs. Obviously if you're into football and you don't have money, then like the community program should give you like a free sport program, if you know what I mean.
What type of barriers do you think people with disabilities may face?
I think people with physical disabilities may struggle with like access to like facilities like gyms, sport, like all those type of things. And then people with unseen disabilities, like let's say anxiety or autism, they may feel like uncomfortable or unsupported in those situations.
How would you improve this?
I think sports centres could improve the accessibility, to be honest, and and then obviously another thing would be train staff properly and create inclusive activities for everyone.
For the LGBTQ, what barriers could they face?
I would say some people may experience discrimination, or they may feel judged in sports environments. That could be one of the barriers.
What do you think could help with this?
I think inclusive clubs, anti-discrimination rules, obviously that's going to be important because people don't like being discriminated, and that's why they have the fear and the barrier of not doing what they want to do. And also have safe environments where everyone would feel much more comfortable and much more safer really.
What barriers do you think ethnic minority groups face?
I think some of them wouldn't like to face the fact of like racism or the language barrier, or maybe feel like underrepresented in the sport really.
What could you do to improve this?
I think obviously community programs would be one of the main options really. Having equal opportunities and having a cultural inclusion, for me that would encourage the ethnic minority groups to engage more in sports and actually know what they're doing.
What else do you think could be improved in Tenerife?
I think more money, like honestly the government and sponsorship, more money should be spent on facilities, as that's one of the main things why a lot of them don't go into sport as much. They don't like the facilities, they don't think they're good enough. So fair enough, that I've been quite a few, they're not as great as they should be, and they should be up to standard really. Obviously some are older than others, and then obviously sports clubs should be much more cheaper than what they are, because at the end of the day they're only paying for playing matches every weekend and for training like 2 or 3 times a week. They're not got any specific like gym or recovery area, if you know what I mean.
How could participation levels improve overall?
Schools, I think in my opinion, schools could run more after school clubs, like I've said before. That's one of the most important things. I think there could also be more coaches, and there should also be more community programs and projects to encourage the public to actually get involved and join in sports. And then obviously if that's not working, then social media could promote and help you improve, like getting more local public into joining your sports and activities.
How do you think you could turn these ideas into opportunities that could happen?
I think more coaches and development officers could create more sports projects for young people and older adults, local communities, women, all those target groups. So I think that's one of the main one of the main opportunities. And then obviously businesses and the government, they could also help by funding the sports clubs, the local sports clubs and sports programs and promoting activities.
How would this help the younger generations?
As I've said before, I think it would improve loads. It would improve their health, their fitness, their confidence. it will teach them discipline, it will teach them teamwork, it will teach them rewards. Obviously, hard work and a hard shift puts in a reward. So I think that's one of the main reasons. It will teach them so much about sport and their health, because sport can give you so many things. Learning about those sport, learning about healthy fitness, one of the main things in like the whole world really. You don't know what you're eating, you don't know how much sugar, how much salt it's got, you don't know how many additives there are, you don't know what you're eating from fast foods. All those type of things can be taught in sport. And yes, so more sports projects really could create jobs in coaching, fitness and leisure too.
So overall, Tenerife has many positives, but there are improvements that can be made.
Yeah, exactly. Like especially better facilities, as I said before, having more inclusion in sport and more opportunities for different groups of people. So yeah, so I think the government could help. Maybe having more sponsorship could help, and yeah. I think
That's it. Well, thank you for coming.
Thank you very much, and it's
Thanks
been a
everyone
pleasure.
for listening.
Thank you.